Hello and welcome everybody, I hope that you were all good. The Team Rocket Takeover has begun already 10 hours ago, but of course I'm not going to be out at midnight, not yet anyway, so let's get straight into the facts of it. Sierra now has Shadow Shiny potential Kanto Geodude. Arlo has very much got the short end of the stick again, I would say, with Shadow Shiny, yes it's new, but it's APOM, which serves no purpose other than to be a shiny chase, and Cliff is the returning Shadow Shiny Aerodactyl, which I think out of the three is probably the one you want to go for. The leader lineups will be on the screen for you now in a little infographic courtesy, I believe, of Leak Duck. They're not difficult leaders to take down. They had a little bit of a shake-up in their lineups, I would say. Giovanni, of course, now has Shadow Regirock to complete the Regi trio. My plan is to actually stock up on 12 12s and see if we can get those for today's video. If not, it's going to be 24-hour grind, which of course is happening tomorrow. So follow me on social media, peeps. The other Shadow Shinies I think that are new, or returning, should we say, from the grunts, is Pineco, which I completely forgot was Shadow Shiny potential from the past. That's in Bug Stops, and I believe Shadow Kanto Meowth is finally back after over 3 years. It was last available in 2019, right at the beginning of the Team Rocket leaders' existence. The Rocket shake-up is not the most amazing thing, I would say, this time round, unfortunately. 12km eggs now have shiny potential Pancham. Brand new shiny, which is awesome. And this is not a golden Shadow Kanto Rock Nugget, unfortunately. The one everyone's going to be chasing, and unfortunately is quite rare, is Shadow Gible has made its way into the game. Hotly anticipated top-tier Shadow Pokémon. Garchomp is extremely usable, extremely useful. It's kind of a 3-star, but even Shadow Golem, no one uses it. Primal Groudon's better than it as a ground type, and there are better rock types. Gible comes from female dragon type grunts. Good luck finding them, they're already rare as it is. Gible is going to be very hard to find. I hope we get a couple of shadow raids appearing, because at the moment there aren't any here. It won't be an intense grind because today is a little bit chock full. We've got raid hour later, you will have already seen that, and I want to prepare for tomorrow's 24-hour grind. Okay, so follow me on Instagram, people, if you haven't done so already, because I'll be posting live updates for that from 10 AM tomorrow, Thursday, until 10 AM Friday. We have a weather boosted Nihilego as we stand right next to horses behind, 2786. Not good IV. Quite a few people in there. Patreon squad members, content creator friends, 15 golden razz. Those rewards were terrible, even though it was an in-person raid. So thank you people for jumping in. And I'm still looking for shiny Nihilego number 2. We actually get our first one 2 days ago, I think, from Ash on a remote raid. 4 leaders just along this road, which is great. I'm gonna get some radars, just hit them so we can get the 12km eggs done. Gold nugget with the purple smoky aura of the shadow would be very cool, but not very usable. Will we get the Shadow Shinies? We're not gonna get as lucky as we did back in the day. God, when was it? It was the end of last year when we had Shadow Machop, Marwile, and I forget the other one, but we got all of those in quick succession. Arlo is definitely easy to take down. If you find the lineup of APOM, Sharpedo, Sizzle, clean sweep it with the level 40 Lucario. But the 12km eggs is where it's at, peeps. I want to see how many of those we can do over the 24-hour grind, because obviously you're limited by the number of leaders you get. Not a Shadow Shiny. It would be a shame, like, it's also weather boosted. Pink and purple, interesting combo. Balloons are popping up very frequently. I think it's every 3 hours, and maybe every 2, but there should be another leader on top of us. Perfect. Who is it? Let's find out. Who's the next leader? It's Sierra again, okay. Sierra, again, a very easy takedown. Thankfully, Gardevoir didn't have Charm. I'm not holding out much hope, and I have to say, I'm not really going to be chasing these leaders. Not a golden shiny. That's absolutely fine. Okay, Arlo in the bin. All this means is we filled up the normal egg storage with 12km eggs. So I can spin stops finally, do some Fermantis checks. Pink? No. In between doing rocket grunts, we've got 3 Fermantis, 1 to check that's not shiny and very much not a hundo, and we can use it to complete the other 2 tasks. Not a shiny, we'll stack it, and check number 3. Because the rumor is there is a Spinder task around here somewhere, so we'll spin 1. It's not that one. There it is. There's the Spinder task, and we're on low power. Sick. I actually completely forgot on the note of research we've got a Shadowy Disturbance, which is a brand new rocket quest line to go and find Giovanni. So let's complete it, shall we? Let's get 1,000 dust and some XP in an encounter with, oh my god, Aaron. Really? Shut up, Professor Willow. Yeah, catch 15 Pokemon, 6 more grunts, transfer 10. A few grunts later and a few transferred later, we can pick up our measly rewards of some Pineaps and the Great Balls, which to be fair, I won't say no to, and a reward and a Graveler, fantastic. But thankfully we have a rocket radar. We have to now probably do each of the leaders, which is great. I just hope that one of the leaders in Walpole is Cliff. We haven't seen a Cliff at all, so I'm going to battle Arlo. I actually completely forgot to do the Shadow Shiny check with that Arlo, but thankfully this is the Sierra that completes one more step of the research, so it's not a golden nugget, and it's not with a boost anymore, so it's going to be rubbish. And then we can get our Shadow Regirock and call that research done, thankfully. At long last, we found a cliff. So we're going to showcase the battle, because I suspect this is the only one over the entire area, and this will be our 12th 12k, so Shadow Shiny Potential Aerodactyl. I never got it, I never chased it back in the day, but of course, as you can see, of course it is. Of course it's got Bite. Aerodactyl Shadow is really annoying because of how OP it can be. When it has Bite, it's too OP and fast, so you can't get the shields off. When it has Rock Throw, it's annoying. When it has Steel Wing, it's annoying. The rest of his lineup is probably neither here nor there, so let's throw a Thunder, even though that Kyogre's not exactly going to burn through all the shields of Slowking. I may even have to redo this one. Oh god. Second shield finally down. The likelihood of us actually finishing this battle successfully is basically nil. Look, we've got, oh no, water moves versus my fire type. Unless somehow we can fluke it, but the likelihood of doing that is nil, because you're going to have T-Tar as the final one versus Reshiram, which is not good. Slowking is his final one T-Tar, so I can at least find out what it is. It is T-Tar, so we'll definitely be bringing in a fighting type versus that one. At least he's got Iron Head. Are we going to be able to get to a third Fusion Flare just to take him down? I don't think so. I think we're going to lose this battle just. Oh, unless we... Okay, if we shield it and somehow fluke it with 1 HP, come on. Blocked. Get me to the Fusion Flare. Oh my god, we've somehow fluked the hell out of that win. With 1 minute to the 12 o'clock balloon, that's why I want the 12 o'clock balloon to be Giovanni. There is Cliffy Boy. Done. And then we can finally start hatching 12 12Ks. Not a Shadow Shiny Aerodactyl, but it is Windy boosted. There we go, Shadow Aerodactyl. This one's 1 star, which is terrible, but it does mean we can go and claim all this XP just ahead of 12 o'clock and get our Super Rocket Radar. Where are you, Balloon? Is it Giovanni? Huzzah, it's Giovanni. All of Giovanni's Middlemons are weak to ice, so just bear that in mind. Regirock, of course, is weak to many things, including fighting, so we just need to get rid of his Persian with Lucario. I think that might actually be the most difficult thing. Persian out the way. What's the Middlemon going to be? There is Garchomp. Icy Shundo Mamoswine, hopefully. Garchomp's not going to be crazy overpowered like that. How is it going to KO me? Seriously? What a load of BS. Unbelievable. 4 Dragon Tails, Shundo level 50 Mamoswine, done. Thing is, when you're getting such a mediocre reward as Regirock, Shadow, what's the point of the difficulty? If I was getting Shadow Garchomp as a reward from Giovanni, oh yes, bring on the battle. But the fact you're getting Shadow Regirock, right, let's get this done with Sacred Sword. At least it's a nice spammy move with double kick. Is this the final double kick? Not double kick, whatever it's called, Sacred Sword. That is Giovanni in the bin. So that's the research complete, which is good. Let's see what the IV of our Regirock is. Bear in mind, as we've seen, if you really care about collecting Shadow Hundo legendaries, Regirock will eventually become a Shadow Tier 5 raid boss, probably in like 3 years' time. So there is the Regirock Shadow. I was going to say shiny, unfortunately it's not. Doesn't matter to me if it's good or bad, it just ticks off the slot in the Pokédex for Shadows. So, it's a dirty 2-star, but that's that done. Now we can complete this research. You can encounter with Sableye. Shame it wasn't shiny. I want to see this medal pop up. It should be the 20th Giovanni battle, which means we're finally up to gold on it. But let me know in the comments below if you've already managed to get your Shadow Regirock, and was it good? If you cared. I was all ready just to go and hatch 12 kilometer eggs. Look at that. Shiny Bidoof. Literally nothing to do with the event whatsoever. Full on random Shiny Beaver. Fantastic. Dirty 1-star, but I remember it was only a couple of weeks ago we got one, so 5343. Nothing event related, not for Mantis, not Solrock, despite having checked about 400,000 of the damn things. I've been lucky enough to finally found a rocket grunt that is dragon type. At long last, it's been a bloody struggle to find one. Is it the Gible Stop or is it the good old Dratini? Let's find out. We have Windy Boost at the moment, so maybe a weather boosted chance. It is Gible! Finally, yes! So I did think someone said it was the female rocket grunt that is the dragon type, and clearly that may be the case indeed. So female dragon grunt gives you the Gible, which is brilliant. So I've been walking around like crazy trying to hatch these 12Ks as fast as possible, but we know that Shadow Pokemon are vastly better than their normal or purified counterparts, shall we say. Garchomp as a Shadow, even 0% IV Shadow, is significantly better at attacking as an attacker in raids than the 100% normal or purified Garchomp. That's how powerful this is. It gives an extra 20% attack boost, which is nuts. So, Shadow Gible in Pokemon Go 364. No idea what a good IV one of these is. Oh joy, I hope it's sort of semi-decent. It's not, it's 0 star, but as I said, Shadow Gible or Shadow Garchomp, even with trash IVs like this, is so much better as an attacker than the regular 100%er or the purified 100%er. So Shadow Gible in Pokemon Go, ladies and gentlemen, it's rare, it's difficult to find, but it's definitely worth it. There should be 12 12s. I don't know how they've desynced when I was stood completely still and incubated them all at exactly the same time. So we're going to have one going off now, and we'll see if the other 11 have caught up by like 10 meters. Salandit, maybe it's a male. God damn it, and it's a 93%. They really should have caught up at this point. Must have been literally 15 meters between them. So there's 11. Here we go. Starpiece is down. Sandile, because that's one of the few non-shiny, should I say. You're going to be hatching a lot of those. There we go. Case in point. So 2 Sandile. Pancham, if only that was new and shiny for me, that would have been lovely. Absol, Shundo, I guess. Sandile, having gone from being very rare, is going to become very common. 2 Pancham. That is the new potential shiny, as I said. 4 Sandile. Pancham, okay, so it's a bit like Pawniard in the sense that you're going to be hatching them, but perhaps not getting the shiny. Or Volibee as well. Shiny potential. Pancham, okay, if only it could be a little bit red. Please be a little bit red. There's the Pawniard we were speaking of earlier. And that is that. Sadly, no shinies at all. And I'm pretty sure they're all going to be standard egg garbage. There's not going to be any Goku Bat 98 Pancham. Sterically is the best IV thing out of the eggs. So there we go. The final thing I've got to say is TM away frustration. 5-day window. This only comes around once a season now, so it will be another 3 months before you can TM frustration, and we're actually going to use one of our few elite charge TMs to give it Psy Strike. Fantastic. I'll go through and do that on all my shadows. I recommend you do the same. And that is going to conclude this very sort of quick intro to the Team Rocket Takeover event. So let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Are you chasing any of the new Shadow Shinies? Are you going for the Aerodactyl? I saw quite a few people on the Spotlight Hour stream saying they're going to go for Aerodactyl, which is entirely fair enough. Good luck to you for the new Shadow Shinies, or the returning ones. Good luck on the Shadow Gible grind. Very best of luck. Female Dragon type Grunt is the one to hunt for. They're very rare and exclusive anyway, let alone splitting to try and find Dratini or Gible. 2 things. First and foremost, the 24-hour grind will kick off tomorrow, 10 AM BST for me, so make sure you follow me on Instagram and also on Twitter if you fancy it, all linked in the description, because I'll be posting live updates from those. You'll be able to see live what we're kind of getting and doing every hour, which would be great. And also, today marks the beginning of a 2-week-long AR photography competition that we're running in my Discord. Again, that is linked in the description. If you haven't done so already, join the Discord. It's a great community over there. International player base, which is brilliant. But with AR photography competition, there are rules and regs described in the Discord itself, so you can find out what you're doing. But there's an AR photography chat channel in there. Post your submissions in there. You've got until July the 5th when the submissions are going to close, and there'll be prizes to win. More details in the description below. But on that note, smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. I would greatly appreciate your support. And of course, a massive thank you to everybody who is a Patreon member, who without we wouldn't be able to do the content, and particularly the live streams. The Samsung phone was actually purchased utilizing the tier up support funds that those people basically are like an executive producer squad. Thank you very much to every single one of you. You really do make the channel and the content possible for me to continue doing. Thank you everybody who joined for Raid Hour. A couple of people joining through the comments, which was really, really good fun. It's the 24-hour grind is next. That's the next time I will see you. So wish me luck in the comments. Let's see what shinies we can get. We'll be chasing Nihilego as well. I want to see what we can do, because it's going to be a hot, sweaty one for damn sure. I'm thinking a Sunday night premiere for this 24-hour grind. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say, do take care.